and you are kind of preparing to head out. You do have kind of Underdark rations and things like that are given to you for your journey, and that is where we're going to start.
Okay. As we're like on our way out, I would like to find just a guard in the house, just some guard.
Okay.
And I want to
there's guards all over the place.
I'm just going to go up to him and be like, I require 4 Pawafis from the armory. Make it quick.
Did Matron say this was
yes
done?
And if you make her wait any longer, she will be most displeased.
Do a persuasion check with advantage.
Not intimidation.
Oh, actually, no, yeah, intimidation. Choose, take your pick.
I mean, it's the same either way. 23.
Okay, yeah, he runs off. And, it only takes, maybe 3 minutes, and he's back, and he's got 4 Pawafis. Here you are, master. Second boy. Don't tell Matron Mother.
I just take them and walk off.
All right. And you do still have to kind of go down to the dungeon, as there is the last remaining prisoner that needs to be freed.
Okay.
But yes, it's a simple thing to do. You do go down there and you go to the final cell, and inside there is a human man. Fava, describe your character.
I guess kind of pale skin, dark black hair. I don't know. I look like a person. It'll be more fleshed out when I can actually sit down and concentrate on it. But yeah.
Yeah. So basically, just look like regular old looking Joe at the moment. Person. And so you go to release him, Drazen?
Do I know anything about this guy, why he was captured or anything? Or am I just I was told to get him and that's what I'm doing?
Really. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of your first knowledge of this person. Yeah, you've basically just been told to free him and take him.
All right.
On your quest.
I'm gonna walk up to the bars and be, congratulations, friend, you're free to go.
Oh, good.
With me. You're free to go with me.
Not so good.
It's better than the alternative, I assure you.
Salutations.
Now you see this snake, humanoid, kind of poke out around the drow that is speaking to you.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow a little bit.
Steve, it seems we have another companion.
I like it. It's a scumpanion.
Do you always talk like that?
No.
Okay. Anyway. And I unlock the...
But sometimes. All right. So, yes, you're freed. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say that you basically brought down the equipment that was kind of set aside
for this
guy.
I didn't bring it down. I had someone else do it.
Okay, yes, of course. Yes, of course you did.
I'm not going to carry equipment myself, I'm going to say.
Okay, so one of the guards that was accompanying this drow comes in and he basically drops all of your equipment. Therefore,
Okay.
So, let's get our arrangement in order here. You will be working for me. And if you do a good job, you might just earn your freedom. If you do a bad job, I'm going to kill you.
But didn't you just let me out of this cage?
Yeah,
Freedom enough.
I am quite generous.
When his mommy tells him to be.
I'm just sarcastically.
Yeah, no, this character is my favorite song. Except he can't heal.
That would be Cicerus's job.
Orders.
Supposing Cicerus deigns herself to do so.
Yeah, I brought my own healing, so I would just worry about sisters. All you fools are on your own.
I suggest bringing a lot of money.
all right. So, what would you guys all like to do? And did you hand out all of the pull-offies, or you still have them on you?
I still have them on me.
Okay.
Cicerus puts her spider medallion around her neck. And then tucks it in her hood.
All right.
Vindelier has been stashing daggers everywhere. You're not quite sure where they've all gone.
Oh my.
Was playing the role.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do?
Shall we be on our way, or do you want to continue to give us a tour of your house? I do so love the intel.
Maybe later. Well, we've got a suicide mission. If you all would be so kind as to join me.
It might be suicide for you, boy.
Oh, one can only hope. And I guess I'll start leading the way.
If only you knew someone who's from there.
Yeah, you do also have a Druigar with you, but you definitely know the direction to at least start heading out from your house and through Menzoberranzan itself to get to the southern part of the West Rift. That there is a large tunnel that basically heads west from Menzoberranzan. You do know that you're going to have to basically pass through Eastmere and pass through the center pillar, Narvandel. So it is kind of it's a long road through Menzoberranzan where you're passing kind of past minor drow houses and the center of the city itself. So it's not exactly a safe journey for a lot of people, but you being noble and of a higher house, I mean, you are the second house. It's not really anything that you really have to worry about.
Does he have minions following him?
I mean, he's got.
Or is he being sent out alone?
That would be up to you.
I feel like I would have at least a small retinue of house guards, at least following me to the edges.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can take a dozen house guards with you.
All right.
Are any of the ones who were manhandling us earlier there?
Yes. One of them you definitely notice as being one of the guys who specifically was manhandling you. You wouldn't forget that face.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when are we turning around and How far are they coming with us?
So, as Dresden has commanded, to basically take you to the city outskirts, or basically to the walls of Menzoberranzan. And currently you have just left the house, and outside you do see basically just to your left, taking up a massive, massive space, is Dresden, you would know this, is a much larger house than yours, the first house of Menzoberranzan, House Bainry. And kind of wince a little bit at that, maybe. But it is kind of glowing with its purple and greens and all of this eldritch light of these continual flames that are cast around the compound. And this is something that's quite common in Menzoberranzan all around it, is that there is continual flame spells cast, especially on higher houses. And even the house that you have come from has much of it. When you start heading out, weaving your way through the stalactites of this immense cavern, you see to the east there is almost like this very large farmland, but what they're farming is basically fungi, and there is a small lake as well, and almost like small little cattle creatures that are also being farmed in this area. And from the road there, you pass and continue heading west into Eastmere.
Do I sense any serpents in this area?
Do a nature check.
I cast Detect Serpent.
19.
You do not detect any serpents.
Okay.
And your procession continues, and you start heading through Eastmere, where some of the more minor houses are. Not to be mistaken from the Baron, which is basically the lowest of the low. It's the stench streets of Menzoberranzan. However, Vindelier, you know the stench streets. You've been there. Your contacts in Bregenderth are there, and frankly, Drazen, you've been there as well on sneakily occasions to actually go and contact your Bregenderth contacts. And you do continue through Eastmere, and only some of these houses are actually lit by eldritch fire with their continuing flame spells. These are much more minor houses. And there are drow of non-noble backgrounds in their houses that basically don't pay you too much heed, and some of them, when they cross paths with your procession, quickly move to get out of the way.
As they should.
As they should. And you continue. Then you find yourself on the west side of Eastmere, moving further past the district of Lithcloim, and west from there to Narbondellen, the district, which is basically the central district of Menzoberranzan, just south of the bazaar. And there is the giant pillar of Narbondel in front of you. And it is still quite lit, telling you that it is basically, probably about midday. And as you are continuing past Narbondel and going west, there is a figure that walks out from the road. He is someone that you have met before, and he pulls off his large sweeping hat with a feather on it, and he bows. And he says, Second Boy Del Armgo, how are you doing today?
Oh, Gerald Axel, what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I had word that you were leaving the city with an interesting group. A very interesting group. I hear that you might be going to Grackelstock, is that correct?
You are quite well informed, as always.
It is my business to be informed. It is my business. If that is where you are going, I might be able to help you, and you might be able to help me. Does that sound like a good arrangement for you?
It depends on the nature of this help.
Very simple, very simple. In Grackelstug, I was there not too long ago. There was a Darrow. He stole something from me. I would like you to get it back.
Someone stole something from the great Chalaxel.
Yes. You shame me, sir. You shame me. But nonetheless, yes, he did take something from me. It is of great value. If you were to get the object back and bring it back to me, it would be very beneficial for me, and I would definitely reward you handsomely.
How handsomely are we talking here?
Well, I can start by giving you a contact. If you are by the west gate of Grackelstug, there is a Druagar named Gorglak. If you tell him that the west gate will never fail, he will know that you have been sent by me, and he will give you passage. After you have done this for me, the object is quite obvious. You will know it when you see it. But after you have done this, look for a female drow. Her name is Zalith. She works for me. And let her know that you have done this. And she may even have something else for you.
Nice and mysterious. I like it.
I would not have it any other way.
Sure, I'll do it. I'm heading that way anyway.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, I best be off. And he sweeps his hat back onto his bald head, and off he kind of walks. And he kind of just walks past a stalactite and then disappears. Like, it's almost like he's just not visible for a second, and then he's just gone.
I need to learn how to do that.
It's not hard, boy. Well,
maybe.
maybe hard for the likes of you.
We can't all be born with such gifts.
I
Nor
don't.
any
And
use
I-
at all.
I don't see
And-
what's so special about
and-
it.
When I say that, I start levitating.
All right.
The
Are you
boy
all
has
quite
hard
finished? Can we
tricks.
continue?
Oh, of course, my lady. Let us be off.
All right. And you continue. Now, as you head further, just to the north of the road that you're on that heads to the southern west riff, or southwest riff, I guess I'll call it, to the large entrance and exits from Mensa Baranza, you do see just to the north, from another large road, coming from the northern part of Mensa Baranzan, a massive drow army. And They are... This is not really a normal sight to especially see at this kind of time, being so obvious. And do a... Actually, you don't even need to do a check for this. You can tell that, Drazen, that this house is House Zorlaren. And this is very much a war party. But they're not moving towards any other house. They appear to be slower than your party, moving basically towards the same kind of entrance and exit from Enzo Baranzan. Yeah. And on a kind of quick cursory kind of look, it looks like they number in the thousands.
Seems there's a bit of unrest.
Now, one thing you also notice is that just past the front of this army, on a floating disc, appears to be Matron Mother Zorlaren.
Oh, that's so nice of her to clear the way for us.
So you want to let the army pass? And just kind of...
Yeah, I'm not... They can go first. They can handle the demons.
Okay. So, yes. You kind of stand to the side and allow this, like, army to pass. And at the beginning, Matron Mother actually kind of looks over towards you. And do you just kind of stand there?
I give her a nice big smile, but I don't say anything.
Okay. She scowls back at you.
You made
hate
eye
that
contact.
Yeah, I did.
And she does, you can see that she grips the scourge on her belt tightly. But then she also looks at the guards around you and sees your house sigil, and then she looks back and kind of, but still is tightly gripping that scourge. And the army basically, after some time, like, you actually have to wait quite a while. And I would like you all to do perception checks while you're waiting.
This is the one character that has
Nat 20.
perception.
Not 20.
Oh, I have my character sheet open.
3.
25.
5.
All right.
24.
Wow. Okay.
I got 3. Jesus.
I'm just... I'm too busy feeling
Sit.
smoke.
Okay, anyone who rolled above a 17, you notice, basically coming from behind you, well, not really coming from behind you, but hiding behind you, is 2 dirty fucking looking drow eyeing your party.
Cicerus is going to cast suggestion on one of them.
Okay. Save for that is... Wisdom?
Let me look it up. Wisdom.
What is the DC?
16.
Ooh, they just... Okay, one of them just saved. The other one failed. Or, no, you can only cast one.
Yeah, I can only text that one.
Yeah, so it saves.
You have to, like, say the suggestion as part of the spell.
I suggest you come to tell us why you are following us.
Do you know if you failed on it?
I don't think you do.
Doesn't say. I imagine just from them not coming out, I'll know.
Yeah,
So they don't fail, but they still come out. There we go.
That's true.
So, yeah, that one gets up and kind of starts walking towards and says, "Oh, we were just looking at this grand display of power. We don't mean any harm."
It's not that
I'm gonna
great.
do an insight check to see if I believe in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go roll for it.
I'm gonna do an insight too.
17.
All right.
18.
24.
Jesus.
18.
All right.
It's got a +6. It's pretty decent.
I got a +8.
Nice.
Gaff?
I'm not doing this. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Just not.
Doesn't give a shit about these dirty fucking drow.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You all think that this chick is full of shit.
Casting zone of truth.
Oh,
Okay. What save is that?
we all have to
Where are
make
you
this.
casting it?
Yeah, everyone who's nearby has to.
My sheet just. Ah, crap. My computer just locked up. A 15-foot sphere around
And what's
the
the
Centered
players.
around you or around?
Around
Intelligence or
them.
wisdom?
Charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so glad it wasn't wisdom.
Oh, thank God it's charisma.
Because I rolled a 15 and I have -1 to wisdom.
All right,
That's a
so
27 save.
17.
Jesus,
19.
yes, that. Yeah, you're good.
22.
You're good. The drow isn't. The
What
woman.
about
The
other
save is 16, right?
What's the radius on it?
Whatever your save is, yeah.
15 foot.
Yeah. Okay. So the other one behind the stalactite is outside of that now.
Okay. So the one that came forward
Yeah.
is this,
The woman that walked towards you was.
it did work
Did work.
on that one? Okay.
You can tell it worked.
Would you care to repeat yourself?
I
Yes, please.
was waiting for an opportunity to steal from you and possibly kill you.
Oh, that won't do.
What do you think is so interesting to steal from us?
She like covers her mouth after she says that, and
I'm
it's
gonna,
like you can see she's pretty like horrified.
I'm gonna
by what she
misty step behind her.
Okay, you're now behind her.
Yeah, I'm just standing there.
What do you think is so interesting to steal from us?
I don't know. You're from the second house, right? Your possession is the second house. You must have something valuable. And
An opportunist.
notices that you're gone, Drazen. And she
Yeah.
starts looking around. I'm gonna get her to a perception check.
As she's looking around, I'm just gonna go, boo.
Okay.
Do you
Roll a Constitution check. Okay, she's good. Yeah, she like she screams and kind of takes a few steps forward and turns around, and she's. I'm so sorry. I should have known.
You would steal from the second son of House Barris and Del Armco.
Yes. Zone of Truth is great.
do you have anything worth sparing your life to offer us?
That's a good question.
Look at me. I'm in rags. I'm not from any house.
May I feed it to Steve?
Please don't
Make
feed
it
to
worth
Steve.
something.
Steve is very hungry.
What about your friend over there? What are they doing?
He was here for the same reason. Hey! Like waves over.
Oh, I love how honest you're being.
I'm not normally this honest.
I love that. That's so great.
Oh no.
And the guy behind the stalactite kind of like shakes his head and then runs.
Elder's Cross.
All right. Roll an attack roll.
22.
That'll
For the
hit.
first one. And 17 for the second one.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's not great. 5 points of Eldritch.
Total for both hits.
Yeah, total. I rolled real bad.
Doesn't have the plus charisma modifier thing on there.
Nope.
Poor fellow.
I'm more melee focused.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him. They both hit, but they don't seem to do too much damage. He staggers a bit, but he keeps on running. Or, well, he's trying to. Do you want to keep attacking? Does everyone want to attack this fellow, or...
I'm gonna
Just
send
let him-
Steve to wrap around this other drow.
The lady.
Yes. If she moves, bite her.
Hi, Steve.
You know, I wasn't sure about you, but I'm starting to like you, Snake Lady.
And then I will take a step towards the one that's running away and cast Word of Radiance.
Alright.
That's like a melee.
Oh, is it? Darn it. I don't know these spells so well. It just looked like it was a cool spell. Let me look at my list.
It's kind of cool spell. Actually, how far away is the one running at this point?
Right now, he's about, like 30-ish feet from you.
Throw a dagger at his back.
Alright. Do an attack roll. I'm not going to do an initiative for this round, so...
But this is so difficult for...
26.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Where'd my D4s go? Seriously, all of my D4s are gone? Cat?
Sorry.
Oh, I do have something I can do. Maybe.
Max damage 7.
Okay. Straight through the heart.
Oh.
He's down.
Dead?
Oh,
Would you say dead? Animate
Oh, yeah,
dead!
he's dead.
I'll go retrieve my dagger.
I'm
and
gonna
walk
go
up.
over to him so I can use this spell because I have to use his body as components.
Okay, so yeah, he dies. And the army is still passing, and some of them are kind of looking over at this.
But
And they don't...
I animate him and he stands back up.
I'm just gonna look back to the people in the army marching by, smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah, they correct themselves and just kind of just stop looking in your direction. And one of your house guards actually comes up, and he pulls out his sword and says, and puts it to the throat of this drow. Says, "Shouldn't we just kill her?"
Oh, that's so boring, though.
What's the fun in that?
So, okay, I
Hmm.
leave it up to you, Master Drazen.
Put her in chains. Bring her back to the house. Let Mother deal with it.
Ah, I see.
Do I,
You're going to wish you were dead.
do I get my zombie?
Animate dead.
Have an army of zombies.
What, are you casting animate dead?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
some of the
I said I was gonna go to the dead guy and animate him. Using his own body, like the blood,
Okay.
flesh, and bone, like scrape some of his bone.
Corpse. Spell abuse target of the foul, member of life, ratings and undead creature, target whom skull to choose, or zombie, so you're choosing zombie, I guess.
Yeah, zombie.
Yeah, you got yourself a drow zombie.
Yes!
You gotta leave some of the bodies for me. Capture the shadows.
You like these two?
And so
Very
up
useful.
comes the drow and is...
And
See,
huh? Go ahead.
that's so much better.
She strokes its cheek a little bit and says, "Follow and behave."
Ah, ah.
I love this campaign already.
Steve,
Okay.
return. And so Steve's going to come off as they're escorting away the other one. Steve's going to come back and go hide up in her robe.
All right. Steve does.
Where's the drow that I'm keeping an eye on? That dude that was manhandling me. Is he still with us, or is he go bringing her back?
So basically, the drow house guards will manacle and shackle this other, well, like a female drow, the one that started spilling her guts, in the zone of and they're basically going to just take her with you, as you guys make your way still to the outskirts or the edge of Mensa Branson. And at this point, the army has passed, and the road is relatively clear, so you can kind of make your way.
All right.
All right. And you do so. Continue on the road. You pass Lost Web. It's kind of this giant intertwining area of stalagmites and stalactites. And you weave your way through it. The road is kind of wide, but it does kind of turn and twist. And eventually you do find yourselves at the kind of giant alcove gate of Menzo Brands, and there are a few guards there. But when they see you and your house sigil on the guards with you, they simply let you pass. And outside, the house guards stop. And they turn to you, Drazen, and say, "Well, we will be heading back to the house now. Are you going to be okay? Would you like to take some of us with you?"
I'm just gonna point to three of them at random. You're with us.
Any of them the dude?
No. One is a woman, and two are male.
And I'm going to turn to my zombie and go, "I name you Seamus."
Okay.
All right. When the guards are like the other ones are leaving,
Yep.
I'm gonna pull the Pawapis out of my backpack and just throw
Well,
them
as
around.
We're doing a thing.
Yes. So the guards head back, and Drazen, out of his pack, pulls out 4 Pawafi drow cloaks. And Vindelier, you know these, and so do you, Shazel.
Here, we're going into demon-infested tunnels. I would very much like it if your clumsiness didn't get us all killed. Put these on.
Who exactly are you giving them to?
All of you guys.
Yep. So all of you have gained a drow Pawafi.
I accept your gift.
Wonderful.
Take it very diffidently. Are the guards still within like 60 feet of us? The leading ones?
At this point, they're kind of. I mean, they could be. It's up to you.
Can they be?
Sure.
Okay, before they get out of range, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one that I recognize from manhandling me. And let's
All right.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what's your DC?
15.
Okay, that one fails.
Alright, he's going to take 3d6 of psychic damage, and if he lives, he has to do full movement away from me.
All right.
Alright, 14 points of psychic damage. And run, please, if you're alive.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So he is at 1 hit point, and like he just clutches his head so hard, and just and kind of does this like tiniest glance back towards you, and then just starts running so hard, like back into Menzo Brands, and the guard that seems to be the leader of the group says, "The hell is wrong with you?" And just kind of keeps walking with the prisoner back.
What happened to him?
Wonderful.
Did any of us see?
Did anyone see me smirk when he looked back at me?
So
Is that a semantic?
A verbal.
Yeah, so would I recognize that?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily loud.
Start with perception checks.
Okay.
If anyone's trying to notice it. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nat 20!
Oh my.
1.
What the fuck?
You notice nothing.
Yeah, you
Actually-
really don't. This
actually-
Pawafi
I rolled
is
a 13,
amazing.
but my passive perception is 16.
I mean, I don't know what the DC is.
You should do a stealth. If you're trying to be sneaky about it, you should do a stealth check.
Yeah,
I am
I'll take here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. For sure.
22. But you're trying to beat.
25.
So,
25.
22 with a nat 20 for me.
okay, so
mine was
yeah,
18.
that those two notice, and you just kind of barely notice they're Dresden. But you do notice that spell to be cast, or a spell to be cast when this sort of happens. And Cicerus, you also do notice this. Rest of you, not so much.
Oh, that
Enamored
was
with
strange.
Looks on me.
So strange.
I wonder what could have caused that.
Maybe it should be a warning.
Ooh. I'm not very good at heeding warnings. I don't know if you've noticed.
It would appear that way.
If you would, what would you like to do? You are now here at the gates. You do have the Pwaffies. You're not attuned to them currently, but it's really up to you whether you would like to stay here and attune to these new items given to you.
Do they have an armor class?
Nope.
Basically, it's got the properties of a cloak of elven kind.
Make me look stuff up.
Except it disintegrates in some. Which hopefully isn't an issue down here.
And looks more badass than a cloak of elven kind.
It disintegrates what?
If it's
In the
exposed,
sunlight.
Basically,
an hour.
same thing as the armor Metallica,
Oh, okay.
but like a stealth cloak instead of armor.
So, what would you like to do?
are we like still in plain view of the gates?
Yeah, you're just outside.
I'd like to like lead us forward so that we're not, and then have
Okay.
everyone hunker down and attune to their
Okay.
things, and take a
Yeah.
short rest
All right. You can do so.
so I can get my spell slot back.
Yeah, there's some larger what's the ones from the bottom? Stalagmite? Might. Yeah, so there's some larger stalagmites just further in, and outside of any kind of even drow dark vision. They're about 150 feet in, and you could kind of hunker down there.
I tell Sheshmesh to protect us as we rest.
He's quite the talker.
They don't speak.
As it should be.
I don't believe I get any spells back on a short rest.
I do not.
I get all of mine back, all 2 of them.
I didn't use
Warlocks
them,
are good like
so-
that. But I think it only works on one short rest, and you have to take a long rest, right?
No. I think it's after every short rest. I'll double check.
I don't remember. We haven't had to worry about it yet on ours.
Yeah, we're in our second combat now.
Yeah.
I get my 1 hit point that was missing back.
I don't think I'm gonna worry about my 1 hit point, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's just every rest I get my warlocks get their stuff.
Nice.
I have
That's
so
pretty
many-
sweet, actually.
I have like 6
You have so
features.
limited. You have so limited spell slots, so you need that.
Yeah,
You're gonna do anything.
I have 2 spells per short rest, so
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Okay. Yes, your short rest completes, and you all are now tuned to your new drow cloak.
Put it on.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in it.
Yeah, and all of these do form fit and size to each of you. Druagar and Snake alike.
there. Now let's try not to get ourselves killed.
I thought you were hoping to die.
So fun.
Well, maybe not today.
I was never worried.
How long have you been in the Underdark, my dear?
One doesn't have to be in the Underdark to deal with devils.
There are worse things down here.
I'm gonna.
Anyway,
smirk
let's
when
keep
she
going.
says that.
What was that, fella?
When she said that, I'm gonna smirk.
Alright. Who is going to guide the party from here?
I volunteer the Druagar.
It would make sense.
Till I go invisible and go my own way.
That's a risk whether you're leading or following.
True.
Personally,
Suppose.
I'd like the assassin in front of me.
I mean, you don't actually know that I'm an assassin.
It's true,
So
actually.
she's the only assassin.
She's all
Alright.
done.
Duh.
Vindelier, guiding the party in your procession west from here. You do know these paths relatively well, but I would like you to roll a survival check, but with advantage.
Uh, 9.
Okay.
I'm not good at that.
You're kind of used to this. These tunnels can be very confusing and difficult to deal with. You do go down into a tunnel that has a landing that all of you must actually get down to. It's about 7 feet below you. It's a very simple thing to do with a small amount of water on it, which passes another 300 feet as you move forward, back up again to another tunnel, and you pass through there. But you believe, at least, that you're going in the correct direction. There is, at one point, you do feel that you are turned around a little bit and you've lost some time. But a couple hours pass, and you do feel that you are heading, once again, in the right direction. There are many twisting tunnels and tunnels that go off of the tunnels that you have taken. And basically at the end of the 2 hours that you've traveled, I would like you all to roll perception checks.
Good at that.
14.
13.
17.
24.
Can we just take my passive of 16?
What'd you roll?
An 8.
No, this is an active perception check.
24.
So,
17.
okay. Funny enough, all of you, except for your front man, hear this buzzing sound.
Does... Oh. Never mind.
Would we know what that might be?
You can roll an insight
Yeah, I
check.
was gonna say, does...
Good at insight too.
Do we
Let's try
know
it.
what that is? I'm gonna try to.
22.
I don't. 6.
15, so maybe?
24.
Okay. On top of your insight, so who rolled above a 15 on the insight?
I got exactly 15. I'm not above.
Okay, that counts. That counts. Now, I would like you to roll a history check.
I'm okay at that. Let's try it. 18.
7.
18. Please.
Okay. Yeah, so your check, you've heard of, there are demons that resemble giant flies. And based on your kind of what you've heard, at least so far, of demons being in the Underdark, you feel that this might be one of them.
I mean,
They're
a bard, I
called
probably
Chasme.
follow some stories about it.
Yeah, they're called Chasme.
Was that my check too, or?
Yeah, you didn't
Your
get
history
anything on the
wasn't
history.
that Okay.
Yeah, you just hear basically some kind of flying thing, and you think it's a flying creature.
Seems we might meet some
If-
demons already.
If it's doing any talking, though, I rolled a 24 in perception. I'd be able to recognize Abyssal.
Yeah,
Just throwing that up
indeed. Cool. And as you are kind of proceeding down this corridor on the rooftop, you see this creature come into view, and it's got a very... It looks almost like a giant mosquito.
Casting armor of
I
Actus.
was gonna say I'm casting mage armor on myself.
there. Invisibility.
I don't have any
I'm
way to bring
casting invisibility.
And but it kind of opens up just a slight amount of that kind of needle-like beak, and you hear, and who spoke Abyssal?
Me!
You know,
These guys don't know this, but I do.
All right,
I mean, we obviously know the Yanti does either.
and
Yeah, we have
basically
no idea.
it just says food. Oh, great food. And is coming towards you. It's about 35 feet away. Roll initiative.
Did we get
Did it.
our initial reactions?
So, yeah, I'll allow you guys to do that.
Okay.
Hooray.
Vindalier.
I said 23.
Yeah, no, it's your move.
Okay. How close is this thing?
Like 30 feet away. 35
Okay.
or so, yeah.
Above
Oh.
us, right? In there? Yeah.
It's like crawling along the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, it's up high?
It is up high.
Damn. Okay, well, since it's up high and I can't get it, I'm just gonna move along the wall, kind of like halfway, or, towards it, my 25
Alright.
feet,
Yeah,
and ready in action to attack it when it comes down with my scimitar.
Okay. Sounds good. Giselle.
Yes. See what I've got. Alright, I will cast Dissonant Whisper on it. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Enjoy chasing it, guys.
This
DC
thing
is
is,
15.
yeah, it saves. This thing is actually
Okay.
surprisingly wise.
Still takes half damage, but it doesn't have to move. Let me see.
All right.
Alright, so it'll take 6 points. Half of 11.
All right.
And I don't think I'm going to do anything else. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. It comes off of the ceiling and starts flying towards you. You hear this as, food, I want food. Whoever can speak Abyssal. And this does provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Vindelier.
Would this count as a surprise?
No,
seems
because there is no
invisible.
surprise round. Surprise rounds are a little bit different.
Okay.
He's invisible.
Kind of almost like an emotional thing. At least
Gotcha.
the way I kind of see it. But
24.
yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay. Yeah, he's playing with my dice.
It's still
You know what?
attack, though, because they're invisible, right?
Yeah, it's still definitely a sneak attack.
So 8 regular, and then the sneak attack is 18 more from the sneak attack.
All right. Yeah, that's a good hit. Okay. Drazen, this thing is coming right at you.
Bring it.
And it's going to attempt to beak you with its stinger.
All right.
How is an 18?
Armor class is 17.
Okay.
As it hits me, it takes 15 points of cold damage from armor Pegasus.
Okay. It doesn't seem to take quite as much as you would think, but it still seems to hurt.
It's resistant to cold.
Okay. Fuck me running. So you take 16 pierce.
Okay. As a reaction, I'd like to use Hellish Rebuke.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Alright. I still want to do that, though.
But you can do that, yeah, for sure. What the fuck? I had like a billion D6. Oh, there. Okay. That's not too bad. That's really not too bad. You got lucky on that one. You take another 18 necrotic, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 18.
Ooh, baby.
Does 7d6 necrotic on top of that, 4d6 piercing on that attack.
Hellish.
Yeah. What does Hellish Rebuke do again?
It's a reaction. They have to make a dex save or take half of the damage that I'm about to.
Okay. It fails.
Okay. It takes 40-10.
All right.
Ooh, that's nice. 32 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, it's a powerful spell, but once again, doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would think.
I don't like this thing.
It's at 32, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on to Salix.
Is it within 30 feet of me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably within 10 at this point, 15, depending on your marching order.
I'm going to cast Infestation on it. It needs to make a Constitution save.
Saves. It failed. A natural 1 on that. Oh, sorry. Never mind. It saved. It has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effect.
What did it get?
On the second roll, it got a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
The first roll was a natural 1, just so you know. Second roll was a 19.
Yeah. Good save. Nothing.
Oh, okay. Alright, Drazen.
Ow.
You're up.
Okay. As a bonus action, I would like to put my Hexblade's curse on him.
Alright.
And then I'm going to swing with my greatsword, or I'm going to summon my greatsword and swing it.
Alright.
18 to hit.
Okay. That will hit. Oh, and sorry. I have to kind of do a retcon here because I fucked up. Salix and Drazen.
Yo.
I need you both to do con saves. Sorry. At the start of your turns.
Mine was a 16.
15.
You're good. Okay. Moving on.
Interesting.
Ugh, that's not great.
Yeah, you hear this like piercing like and like buttering of wings.
Did you say buttering of wings?
You said
Buttering. Yes, we'll go with buttering. It's a new thing.
he was preparing to eat us.
Close enough.
He's buttering you up.
It's true. Okay, so I take 10 points of damage, 3 of which is necrotic.
Okay.
How's it looking right now?
I mean, it's not looking that great.
I would like to action surge.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, I get to attack twice per action.
Yeah.
Second one is 8-21.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's way better. $18 points of damage.
Alright.
And now I'm going to action surge.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's barely alive.
17 to hit.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to stab it straight down its stupid beak.
And it kind of lets it. And it's just like that. Those of you can understand a missile. There's, my food! As it goes straight through the beak.
Cicerus?
Okay.
Just activity right now. That's what's happening. Like this time of day, Discord's really active all around.
Cicerus is going to take out a ritual cup and go take some of the blood.
All right.
And Cicerus is going to offer up prayer.
Yeah, it's kind of like this purple ooze,
Yeah,
like blood.
Yeah, she's going to put it into the cup and offer it up to her deity.
Okay.
For those that
I think
understand
this is
Abyssal,
poisonous.
for those that understand Abyssal, she is only referring to her deity as the Great Lord.
All right. You feel a certain sense of satisfaction from doing this. Whether it's otherworldly or not, you're not too sure, but you definitely feel that.
Oh yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
What does my greatsword look like?
What does it look like?
Sword.
I mean, I don't know the nature of this thing that's...
It's really up to you whether it is kind of a blade wreathed in shadow.
Let's go with that. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So it would probably be something of kind of drow similar style. That's really what you're used to. And obviously very large, almost as tall as you are. I don't know how tall you are, but probably a blade of like 5 feet long. And just kind of emanating shadow.
Much taller than that.
So, seriously, guys, on my turn, I was all prepared to, like, in Abyssal, offer this thing up Shamish. I was just gonna be like, here, you can eat this, and we will be on our way. Anyway, I had it all typed out, too. I had it ready to go.
Next time. I'm sure that's not the last one.
So, yes, you guys are out of initiative, and the offering has been made. What would you like to do?
Oh, that was great.
Is this thing poisonous, or do I think that it is?
You can do a nature check.
Sure did reduce my hit point maximum. Did it, like, suck the blood out of me? Is that what it's did?
Yeah.
14.
All right. You, at least with that check, don't think there's any kind of poison to it. This is definitely a demonic creature. And really, what you had witnessed with Drazen was that he was basically just getting sucked dry.
Okay.
It's a Tuesday night for me.
Lucky you.
Whoa there.
What?
This is ridiculous. Okay, cool. I like it. You guys are funny. Anyways, what would you like to do?
Was your character the only one that got hurt?
Yeah, but I'm basically at what my max is right now.
Oh.
Your hit point maximum was reduced, was it not?
It was, yeah. That's why I'm at my max.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Plus, whenever I kill anything with Hexblade's Curse, I gain a bit back. So.
Oh, nice. That's pretty sweet.
I did just blow like everything I had in that fight. I mean, no, I'm still strong and stoic and showing no weakness.
Okay. So, Vindalier, you were leading the party before. What would you like to do? Continue?
Yeah, just continue on our way.
All right, can do a survival check.
Let's be a little quiet.
With advantage.
I realize that I'm really bad at survival. 7.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can this not be a history check so I remember where to go?
No. So you continue, and because these passages can be so confusing and bizarre, it's tricky. You know this to be tricky, and one passage can look just like another. And you start going down one passage and realize that this one is kind of curving a little bit in a direction you're not aware of, but you believe it's still going to go in the same direction that you want to go. And it does actually continue that way. It arcs up, back, and around, and there is little bits of phase rests lighting the way. And if anyone doesn't know what phase rest is, the Drow probably would, the Drugar would. It's basically do an Arcana check, actually, on it, all of you.
– 22.
16.
3. Not my strong suit.
Okay.
Not a strong suit for me either.
What was yours, Salix?
16.
Okay, everyone but Cicerus. This is almost a magical eldritch night, or light, night. Magical eldritch light that is kind of, it's the borderline between natural and unnatural in the Underdark. And Drazen, especially, you know that this is even brighter and more unusual than normal. It definitely is more apparent. This is something that tends to be more rare, but it's almost like it's everywhere. You guys have been seeing this the entire way, almost, in small forms, but now it's kind of growing more and more. And it does, in fact, light the passage in front of you. It's full of its purple color and blues and greens. It's actually quite beautiful. And it does lead you through some very large caverns with massive 40-foot ceilings. And there is fungi around you and things like that.
So
And
as we're traveling,
yeah.
because earlier I was told that I didn't know what the dangers were and stuff, my character's going to take the opportunity to be like, it seems this place is more dangerous for you than for most of us. Because he's the only one who got hurt. Sorry. Just at some point during this traveling, because he had given her a hard time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel great.
Good performance check.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay. Okay. Oh, great. 17.
Can I do an insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're lying.
If this was instead deception.
I rolled 26.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Wow. All right. You think he's still putting on a pretty good act? But yeah, you know he's full of shit.
She'll a little like serpenty laugh. Ding, ding.
I'll just give you a wink back.
And as you guys are having this conversation and continuing, there's a rumble, and some dust falls from above you.
I'm going to move to a wall and not be underneath something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's any cover to, like, duck under.
Yeah, you're currently in a more narrow passage after kind of a large one you just entered. But it's still about 7-8 feet wide, so it's decently large. It does happen again.
Do I feel like something is approaching?
Would this be something I'd recognize from just living in this area?
You know that, frankly, without a check, you know that, frankly, in the Underdark, there are The reason why there are so many passages is some of them are made by drow, some of them are made by druigar, and some of them are naturally forming by just water. But these passages and paths that people take can change all the time because they can collapse. It's kind of just a nature of the Underdark and being so far underground. Right now, you're kind of thinking that hopefully this is not one of those times that this is a passage collapsing. And there is now a shutter. And you can feel the ground below you shudder. And then it collapses.
The ground collapses out from underneath us, or the ceiling?
Yeah. No, the ground collapses. The ceiling does too, actually, funny enough.
I'm so glad I wasted my levitate earlier.
And you do drop about 20 feet. And let me roll some dice.
Dex save to catch myself.
Dimension
Or any of us.
door to a previous passage I don't see collapsing.
Now, because these are so intertwining, do you really want to try that?
No.
Because you're going to have to give me a direction like 500 feet east or 500 feet
It doesn't
south.
have to be a full 500. That's just the max.
Or, well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like 200 feet south or 200 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily do just like 30 feet away if you don't think it's collapsing, and that would be easier. But
I could
all of you
basically
take-
use it like a misty step, but it's okay. We'll take it.
Good. All of you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall and hitting the debris below you, and another 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the debris falling down on you.
Ow.
And you also have your house guards with you. They look pretty beaten up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
those three.
Also, in character, I forgot about them.